Hi guys, Pete here from Scoot Masters. How are you guys doing? Me? Well, I'm pleased you asked. Now you guys know that one of the most exciting things that I like to do are brand new scoot reviews. Now, I'm really excited about this one. Check out this behemoth behind me. Now this is a brand new product and it's called a Sabowo, and it's actually from a company called Trike Bikes. Now these guys have been going since 2007 selling trikes, pedal trikes and electric trikes, so that's 15 years. But I have never ridden anything like this. Now, I've seen a few of these about. I've never actually been on one in person, and I was so pleased when they approached us to do a review on one. A couple of great things that I love about this scoot. Firstly, it's got 26-inch front wheel and a 22-inch rear wheel. These wheels are huge, and honestly guys, you feel like that you could not fall off this thing. And as a matter of fact, I was out jumping some huge gutters on this thing today, and didn't even look like I was going to come off it. You feel so confident that you don't want to wear your safety gear. Don't ever not do that though, boys and girls. Always wear your safety gear. So we've been putting it through its trials and tribulations the last 3 or 4 days. We've had a couple of our stunt pilots out riding it, absolutely trying to break it. Haven't been able to do that. Now let me tell you, they have tried. They've been up and down mountain ranges. We've been up and down 40-degree hills. We've been jumping gutters. We've been doing 6 skids. We've been having a whole ton of fun. Now, just a couple of things about the scoot, particularly the build quality. I have never, ever seen anything like this, gang. Now, check out the seams and the wells on this. Never, ever have I seen a scoot this well put together. Now, there's no zinc alloy. Okay, it's all spun aluminium, and the wells are all handcrafted, and I'm sure that once you have a look at the quality, you'll agree with me. It's just a well-built, put-together scoot. Now, also, it's got proper front forks. Yay! Proper front forks. The other neat thing I love about the suspension on this, the front suspension is adjustable by simply twisting a knob. 5 different positions to adjust the suspension. That's it. Takes 2 seconds. None of this having to get spanners on there and twist the bastard, you know. It's so simple, guys. It's really simple. Now, when you first see this scoot, the first thing I thought is, the deck looks a little bit small. But when you actually get on it, the deck is huge. There's plenty of space for both your feet, plenty of real estate. And I think the reason the deck looks a little bit small when you're looking at the scoot is this is a big scooter. Okay, it's a cross between a mountain bike and an e-scoot, but it's 2.1 metres long, so it is a fairly big bit of kit. Now, getting them in and out of an SUV or a wagon can be a little bit of a mission, guys. The best thing to do is to take the front wheel off it like you would on a bicycle, and then they'll go in. Now, having said that, the boys from Sabowo are releasing a bracket, a bike rack that fits onto the tow bar to put these things on, for those of you that want to do it that way. So the size, I mean, it just makes it so comfortable. It's, you know, you're either going to love this thing or you're going to hate it. As I said, it's a cross between a mountain bike and an e-scoot. Rides like a mountain bike, but has all the benefits of an e-scoot, particularly your low centre of gravity. I know I'm waffling on about this, but the entire time that I rode this scooter over the last 3 or 4 days, I felt like I could not fall off it. I don't care about potholes, I don't care about gutters, I don't care about stones and rocks on roads, just ride over everything. Guys, they're available in 2 different models. There's an on-road version and an off-road version. The only difference is the tyres. The one that we have here behind us is the off-road version. Now, they have, the boys from the company have said that they will be wanting this back in 30 days. Good luck with that, boys. Hey, you'll be prying this thing from my cold, dead fingers. I love it. Plus, everyone's going to want to ride it. It really attracts attention too when you're out on a ride. Everyone just wants to stop and ask about it. Now, a couple of things about the specs. Once again, they don't read that great, but then when you actually ride the thing, wow. All right, so it's got a single 750 watt Baofeng motor. Now, the Baofengs are, they make most of the electric motors for e-bikes, and as a matter of fact, they're the #1 engine manufacturer for e-bikes on the planet. So you know you're getting quality there. I found the motor on this one's just a little bit noisy, but it does seem to be settling down. The scoot had 0 kilometres on it when we got it, and it does seem to be settling down as we're running up a few Ks on it. Okay, so now the battery pack. Now it is an LG, and the Class 1 cells, LG battery pack, 48 volt, but it's only 12.8 ampere. Now once again you think, really, that's not going to be quite enough, particularly for our group rides. But surprisingly enough, this thing has got a good honest range of around 30 kilometres with a 100 kilo rider on if you're riding it steady. Now, I must admit, it's got 5 different speed settings, and I must admit, we took it out for a range test the other day. I rode it flat out in mode 5, and we killed it in 22 kilometres. So, but if you're riding in mode 2, mode 3, you'll definitely get your 30 kilometres. More importantly though, the boys are releasing as an option an external battery pack, which will be a plug-and-play pack. It'll come complete with a rack that goes on the back, which will extend the amp hours to 20 amp hour, and that's where it needs to be. At 20 amp hour, with the single 750 watt motor, this thing will easily do a 50 kilometre range. So all those bits and pieces will be up on the website soon. So the bike rack, the extended battery pack for them. Just one thing I might mention, it's only trivial. They come with lights, but the headlights on them are woeful. All right, so you really would want to have your own aftermarket lights on them. But let's face it, guys, most electric scooters and electric bikes nowadays, you have to put aftermarket lights on. It's got hydraulic brakes, and the hydraulic brakes are absolutely amazing. They're just to die for. The thing just, combination, I think, of the big wheels and the hydraulic brakes, the thing just pulls up so smooth, pulls up like a high quality motorbike. Okay gang, I'm going to hand you over to the beautiful Miss Zoe now, and she's going to go through all the specs and features of this bike.
I was so excited when I heard we were going to have a chance to test ride this new scooter. The Mountain Scoot. Yep, I couldn't help nicknaming it, and you're about to find out why. This Mountain Scoot is made for the trails. Some of the great things that made it perform well on the trails was a large wheel diameter with full coverage mudguards, and man, we needed those mudguards out in the trails. The front wheel is 26 inches and the rear is 20 inches with nice big fat 4-inch off-road Kenda tyres. There is also the option to select road tyres. But with such large wheels, it really helped to get over big rocks, through puddles and through the sandy patches with ease. The intelligent controller was incredibly helpful in this environment without the need to do a push start before taking off, especially when trying to climb up a hill. However, there were some hills that the 750 watt motor struggled with, but Dave mentioned it was quite easy to throw your leg out and kick scoot it up the hill when needed. With 5 speed settings, we managed to get up to around 32 kilometers an hour out in the trails. The suspension was incredible. It was great for doing jumps, covering rocky terrain, and coming down hills. And then changing the hardness of the suspension helped with going up hills and along pathways. And because it's so easy to change, you don't think twice about changing it when faced with different terrain. You might be thinking, but I'm not sure I want to go off-road. And I get it. But I want you to think, if this machine can handle these trails so well, just imagine how well it will handle the pathways. No more worries about potholes, uneven footpaths, and struggling to get back on the pathways from the grass. The feeling of safety and stability of this scooter weighing a mere 25 kilos really comes down to the great design, featuring a unique aluminium alloy frame, anti-slip mat on the deck, easy access to controls, and full colour display. It does have a wide turning circle, which may mean you'll need to get off around tight corners, but it's so light that if needed, you can pick it up and manhandle it around small spaces. Hydraulic brakes are a must when traversing dirt trails and pathways alike. You just never know when a child or wild animal will run out in front of you, and being able to brake efficiently and quickly is paramount. The recommended rider weight is around 100 kilos, but it has been tested with riders up to 150 kilos quite successfully. With a battery capacity of 12.8 amp hour, our real-world tests varied quite a lot based on rider weight and speed settings. Pete found it lasted around 22 kilometres. However, whilst out on the trails with Dave, we managed to ride over 40 kilometres with 21% battery left. Overall, this is a really stable scooter. Comfortable to stand on, great manoeuvrability over rocks, bumps, gutters and potholes. The suspension makes you feel like you're gliding along, and there is just enough power to get you through most situations and hills. With Dave beaming ear to ear, I thought I'd quickly ask him what he thought of the scoot. Hey guys, so this is a bit of an impromptu sort of like, what did you think of your fun afternoon with Dave here? And
Thanks, Zoe.
yeah, look, we've just been riding this, I don't know what we're calling it, like a bike scoot thingo, Sobowu. Sobowu, we're not quite sure how to pronounce it yet. But we've been riding it for about 3 or 4 hours today.
Yep.
And
43.5 Ks.
yeah.
Still 24% on the battery. And rough terrain.
Yeah, I mean, like this is what we've been testing it on. We have been putting it through its paces, haven't we? Well, you have.
So much fun. So much fun. It's just, it handles everything better than a elite mountain bike. It's got great disc brakes, big fat chunky wheels. So whatever the suspension can't handle, the tires just roll over everything. Like literally, I've rolled over everything today.
And we've struggled to wipe the smile off your face, haven't we?
I've been having fun the whole time. Yeah. It's great, yeah.
We got it a bit dirty, so we're going to have to clean it up for some for the next rides. But look,
I didn't break it. I didn't break it.
Haven't broken it. It's going to be fun.
It's a downhill machine and an uphill machine. It's great.
It gets you to the top where you get to go down and have all the fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is a fun machine, and so roomy and just big. And you can even if you need to do any scooting along, it's great. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, we've had fun.
Amazing, especially on here. It just stops you on a hill. It's beautiful. It's converted me. I didn't think I'd like it this much.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Cheers.
All right.
Now, at the moment, they've got a pre-order sale on, $29.95, so just a bit under $3 grand. Now, that'll be for about the first 100 scoots only. Now, they are arriving in about another 10 to 12 days, so in about another, maybe a fortnight, the stock is arriving. It's currently on the water and it's only a few days out from the dock. Once that stock arrives, the price will go back to retail, so that's $34.99. So I would encourage you, if you like to look at these things, to get in and pre-order them, save yourself $500. Now, they'll be shipped from the Gold Coast, believe it or not. So if you're Southeast Queensland based, or Queensland anywhere based on northern New South Wales, the scoots will be shipped the same day that you order, provided you order between 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm really excited about this thing, guys. I'm loving riding it. It's going to be my newest, most favourite scoot to ride. As soon as we get the external battery pack organised for it, you will never get my fat ass off it. I got to tell you, I love it. Now, we've also we've had our stunt pilot Dave Smith out riding it, so you guys have probably already seen a bit of that footage. We've also had our good mate and one of our admins, Mr. Mark, riding it today. Now, the reason that I put Mark on this scooter is because on the website it says that the maximum recommended weight is 100 kilo, which is what I weigh. But I felt this thing would hold way more than that. Now, as I said, our good mate Mark and our senior admin is 130 kilo. He's been out riding it today. So how about we have a yarn with him and get his thoughts on whether it handled his big fat ass? What do you reckon? Let's do it. Mate, on the website, the maximum recommended weight range on this thing is 100 kilo. Now, you weigh 130, is that right?
I do, yes.
So you've done probably 15 or 20 Ks on it?
Probably about that.
And how did you find the front suspension, mate?
Yeah, it's very comfy.
Actually, it amazes me how you can dial it up just with the flick of a switch to get it hard or soft. I was actually riding along beside you a couple of times today and you went over some fairly big bumps and the scooter didn't even look like it was going to bottom out. Did it feel like it was running out of suspension?
No, not at all. I think if anything, I probably wound it up a bit, but no, it was pretty comfy. All
right, mate. Now, the other thing about having a larger guy on it, and it's only a single 750 watt motor, how did you find the torque and the acceleration on the flat?
Yeah, the acceleration was pretty good. And yeah, it did the job.
Did the job, yeah, perfect. I really like that, you know. I think it's a combination of the fact that it's Baofeng motor and LG cells and a really good controller. The thing's actually got a stack of torque, and as a matter of fact, a couple of times here today, I found myself actually skidding the wheels when I was hitting the gas.
Yeah!
All right, mate. Well, thanks very much for joining us over the last couple of days, and we've had a whole ton of fun. I reckon what you and I should do is we should let Zoe pack all the scooters up and all the equipment, and the rest of the production crew can get stung with it, and you and I'll go to the pub.
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's do it. Right, we're off to the pub. Go and buy yourselves a Sabowo.